You're going to love this. Trust me, what you're seeing now is my normal state.
Welcome, I'm Spaghetti King, and today I will be looking at this video which came out by a guy who I've never heard of before, the Hetman mapping. And I knew that, when this video came out, I knew that it came out, and I knew everything that was going on with it. 2,000 views? Okay. I thought it would have been more than that, but, and I knew about this video coming out, and it seems like there's been, like, hype around it, like, people are like, yeah, they think it's a really great video. I saw it, and I kind of, thought it was okay. Now, I haven't seen all of it, I just kind of gleamed at it. I just looked at, the very beginning of it, and, looked at how the structure was for this video, so... I didn't, I haven't seen, like, all of it, so I'm gonna watch all of it now, and we're gonna see, if my mind changes, if it's actually super good and whatnot, or if it's just, what I thought it was. And I'll have to kind of explain what I mean as well, because I know probably most people who see this probably will say to themselves, oh, this is amazing, this video is so wonderful, how can you not love this video, blah, 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 and, well, I'll explain it. So, alright. So we'll begin watching this 7-minute video, kind of long, but whatever. Alright, Lion, for the Tsardom of Bulgaria. So, Bulgars under the Huns. Let's get this over here. Okay, that's invasion I've never seen before. Oh, that was Bulgars with the Huns. So maybe that was a Bulgar allied with the Huns there. Okay. Interesting. Another raid, it looks like. I could not tell you about early Bulgar raids, so... As well as, like, Turkic pirate raids in the 18th century, either. I mean, I knew they happened, but yeah. Okay, so several raids into what would later become Bulgaria by the Bulgars. Bulgars under the Avars, Bulgars under the Gokturks. They were under the Gokturks? Were they really under the Gokturks? Not from what I remember. I don't remember the Gokturks having Western Caucasia. That's a bit strange to me. Old Great Bulgaria. That's really large. That's larger than any of them I've seen by far. That's a bit of an exaggeration for the original Bulgar territory right there, if you ask me. Black Bulgars. Okay, so this is the Bulgars that came to Bulgaria out of the 7 tribes. Oh, he differentiates the 7 tribes from the Bulgars. Well, that does make sense, but I haven't really seen it shown like that. He also has Volga Bulgaria and the different ethnic groups around there. Okay. So the Macedonian Bulgarians go. Okay, so this is like the first Bulgarian state we really know in the European Bulgarians. Various raids, yeah. Yeah. The Romans still had those cities there, I remember them. Yeah, this is looking all correct. Now, you see all these different ethnic groups he's showing here, by the way, He's showing which areas are ethnically Bulgarian and which ones aren't, which is very respectable that he is showing it. But I'll go more into that later. Okay, he has Vidin on there, alright. The Avars are still around. Probably the coolest thing about this is you get to see, like, the Avars staying around as groups. Okay, looks like the Avars are gone, but, Okay, so that's a vassal right there. That red over Serbia, that's a vassal color. That's separate from the minority ethnic color there. 900... I think I think Wallachia might be missing one state, maybe. I don't remember there only being two at that point, but that's not really a problem. This isn't really about Wallachia that much. Okay, okay, Volga, Bulgaria has land down to the Caspian Sea. That Volga, Bulgaria is ridiculously large. That looks a bit exaggerated to me, I'm sorry, but... That Volga, Bulgaria, not from what I've read, I'm sorry. That looks kind of... I don't know, dude. I don't know. I have never read of Volga, Bulgaria being that big before. Reaching down to the Caspian Sea? I mean, are you counting, like, Viking raids with that or something? I mean, the Vikings raided that far, but, like, raids are a little bit different from, like, permanent occupation. You know. I don't know. Okay. So this is after the conquest of the Macedonian dynasty, you know. Okay. Second Bulgarian Empire. Okay, these are correct borders. These are correct borders. Oh, he's showing, like, civil wars as well, so that's good. Most people, of course, don't do that. Okay, Bulgaria under the Mongol Empire. Wait a second, wait a second. Okay, I'll go back for that, but... He said Bulgaria as a Mongol vassal. That is a little bit questionable. Bulgaria was not really a Mongol vassal. Okay, Wallachia was a claim of Bulgaria. I have not heard of that. That's interesting. Okay, Wallachia de facto independent. That is interesting. I have never heard of that. Okay. Okay, Despotate of Dobruja, Ottoman vassal. Oh, that was still the, Oh, that was still the Bulgarian Empire. Okay. I usually don't hear people still referring to it as the Bulgarian Empire. And then Vidin goes away, and now it's ruled by the Ottomans. Okay. 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 It's got uprisings and all this. Okay. I need to look up these uprisings. I've done, like, all the uprisings in the Spanish Empire, but finding Ottoman ones is even harder. Okay. He doesn't have that one dude who took over Vidin. I remember that one guy in the comments section. Doesn't have that either. None of these mappers have that. I guess I'll be the first, huh? Okay, that's a weird map there. Yeah, 1878. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Eastern Rumelia Personal Union. Interesting. Well, I mean, that is true, but you don't see people show it that way. Yeah, so that's the first time I've actually seen them show it as a personal union, so I respect that. Yeah, Tsardom of Bulgaria. Yeah, you can call it that. Okay, partisans. Yeah, partisans. Oli showed this himself, so, you know. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Modern Bulgaria. Yep. What? What? He showed Bulgarians in Iraq? Okay. That's a bit of a autism power level to think of showing that, but alright. Okay. Interesting. Okay, first off, I was you know, I saw a Mongol vassal there for a second. I know I saw a Mongol vassal. I want to see if, like, he showed that, because if he did, it's kind of questionable. It will be around now. Mongol vassal in 1280s. Okay, that wouldn't have been related to the first Mongol invasion then, because I know the Mongols invaded like around the 1240s, and they forced Bulgaria into paying tribute, but not actually being like a vassal. So this is something unrelated. So this, I actually don't know about this. So a lot of these things I don't actually know about, because this is like a very like autistic, like, you know, some of these medievalists, I'll say this, some of these medieval guys, what they look into is just unbelievable. I can't believe what these guys can find. You know, so in the case of like when Oli makes a video, one of the reasons I really like it is because I know pretty much everything he's showing. Like, he shows these things, and I go, oh, you actually know about this, and he shows this. But some of these medieval guys, I can't even believe what these guys, you know, find over here. I don't know what they're reading, but I guess it's different from what I'm reading, because they find a lot of crazy things. So again, I tried to look in the description for his sources and all this, and it wasn't really that good. I wonder if I can bring it up. Yeah, like, let's see if we can bring this up, because I don't remember it being that great, you know? So, I'll give it a second here. Because I'm gonna talk about one more thing regarding this video, which some people may hype up a bit about it without kind of understanding everything about it. But beforehand, I just want to take a look at his notes again and see if I wasn't looking at things or something. Of the course, in particular, against the Byzantine Romans. Much more enjoyable, actually produce something of educational value. Yeah, I agree, but a country's history, they are not meant to be an archive for people to go digging through. As such, I want to add my sources into that. It's actually a little bit worse than I thought. He just says, yeah, well, I'm not even going to add them, because I just made the video myself. And granted, I understand that. I understand, you know, doing that, because, you know, when you're on severe autism mode and you have to, like, you know, glim through all these different things, I understand not wanting to make some giant list of what you've done, but some of these things are kind of out there for me. Like, some of these things, like, I don't even just mean that, like, oh, do you have a source for that? I mean, like, he's showing things that, of any map I've seen, I have never seen what is being shown. And that could be good or it could be bad, right? You know? I mean, it's okay to make a different choice, because you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to make this different choice. But the way he showed Volga Bulgaria, for example, or the way he showed the original Bulgar state, or Old Great Bulgaria, what you want to call it, those were really, like, big. I mean, they're big states, and they were bigger than any map of them I've ever seen. It looked a bit exaggerated. Let's go back. Yeah, this. So, here's the thing you gotta keep in mind. We have this legend over here. Darkest core territory, dark autonomy, light vassal, lightest occupation. Okay. So I understand what this means. Now, I've seen another person do this, which is Dragon Historian. He makes very good videos like this. You know, very good channel there. And he shows things just like this. He will show a core ethnic territory, then he will show other ethnic groups part of that state. Here's the problem. This Old Great Bulgaria borders, relatively accurate. I mean, drawing borders for a state like this is very kind of approximate, so I'm not going to be all picky about that. But all of these groups, I'm not sure if I've certainly never seen any map under their control. And he shows these as autonomous. Now, the definition of autonomous is very, you know, very up to interpretation, but, you know, the point is, if it's autonomous, then this should be part of this country. So he's saying that Old Great Bulgaria is basically an empire controlling all of this. And then these are minority ethnic groups under its control. But this is like the proper borders of it. Again, not from what I've read. You know, like Dragon Historian, yeah, he'll show the minority ethnic groups within the countries, but he'll show de facto borders. Like he'll show like the the borders properly as they are. I mean, he does very good work there, so I can recommend him. But he makes sure to say that, like, this is a minority ethnic group, not autonomous. Autonomous gives a different impression of what this is than it really is, you know? So again, to go back here, First Bulgarian Empire, we can even go further to here. This is what the Bulgarian Empire controlled. Like, this is like their entire land right here. And then you have this occupation area, which very good on that. I mean, having things like this for a medieval time. I mean, you know, a lot of details here that I've never seen. So that's impressive. And of course, the sad thing is I can't confirm any of it because I have no clue where he got it. Kind of sucks. But, you know, these ethnic groups at the time... Yeah. The Romanian groups here, yeah, definitely, at this time. I'm not going to pronounce them, yeah. You know, just because I'm not Romanian and all this, but 7 tribes, 800s, Avars... Yeah, this is good. Sophians, if you want to call them that. Beyond the Danube. Okay. Yeah, some of these are pretty unknown. Like those who lived in modern-day Moldova, it is, there are a lot of unknown things there. Volga Bulgaria at this time looks pretty good. In fact, that looks almost like textbook Volga Bulgaria right here. But this is pretty much, yeah, this is good. I mean, this is probably not exactly how I would... Oh, at this time, actually, let's just... There you go. Yeah, this is good. So, this is good. No problem here. With the ethnic groups, yeah, no problem. White Croats, he has asterisks here because the different Croat groups are a bit up for debate. So I'm not going to go into that right now. But, yeah, these are different ethnic groups. And they are pretty good. Pretty good. You know. I might show some things different, but it doesn't really matter that much because a lot of this area is very in dispute. But keep in mind, these are just different ethnic groups within one country, one empire, you know? So if we were showing this on a regular map, this would all just be one. It wouldn't be showing all these different groups. And calling it autonomous is sort of confusing. Now maybe that's how he interprets it. That's fine if he does. You know, if he interprets it that way, that would be different from how I interpret it and stuff. But like how Dragon Historian, this is the same way he would show it. But the way he puts it is a lot less confusing and a lot more understandable, I think, in general. So I'm not here to... I'm just more of saying how I would do things differently and how I interpret these things. But yeah, this video is very good. It shows a lot of things that I don't know about. I wish I knew about them. Yeah, like if someone were to ask me, is this the definitive history of Bulgaria? I would say... yes, but just go in, you know, knowing what's going on. Know what, you know, this video is made off of. So, yeah, like once you get to here and the Bosnian and these vassals kind of changing hands, yeah, this is good. Again, this Volga Bulgaria, I'm sorry, I've not read anything that says they had like the entire Volga River or anything like that. Maybe I need to look into that more. Maybe they did, but you know, I don't know. But yeah, so this is a good video. It may have sounded like I was quite critical of it the entire time, and I was, but I just wanted to say that because there are a lot of people who can watch various map videos, and they'll just see it and they'll say to themselves, oh, amazing, 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 but there are a lot of things you need to take into consideration with this. So, I mean, hey, if I learn more of this, and, you know, I come to see more of what happened here, and I find this stuff out myself, and I go, oh, okay, this is why he did this, then, you know. But as for now, I would say this is a very good video, but it has some things which I think are a little bit exaggerated, or a little bit you know, it's a problem I had with that one Roman Empire video every month video too, which is a great video too. Great video, of course, but again, some of these videos I find the way they draw borders I find to be a little bit exaggerated. From maybe for if you were someone who were particular about using atlas borders and specific sources like that and things, which is okay. I mean, again, if you want to do your own thing, then you can do your own thing. I'm perfectly fine with that. And I understand why someone might say, well, that's, you know, no, I'm not going to do that, blah, blah, blah. How people do what they do is how people do what they do. And again, I'm not saying... I'm just giving the perspectives on either. So, yeah, if I were to, like, rate this video or something, I would probably give it, like, an 8. You know? Because it has a lot of things in it which, for me, seem a bit out there that aren't, you know, I can't learn about. And the borders I find to be a little bit out there on occasion. As for the ethnic groups, it's good that he tracked them, but keep in mind, I don't think it's also as amazing as you might think. Like, I know a lot of people look at this, and they think it's, like, incredible. Well, for me, I look at this, and I just say, okay, you have the ethnic groups at the time. The most impressive thing about it isn't really the map of it, it's more so how long these last. And even then, that's approximations. Like, let's look at the Avars again. So, like, at 900, basically, it just became Slavs asterisk. So, in other words, you know, he doesn't have a clear date for it, which, of course, that's how you're going to be with, you know, ethnic changes and stuff, but, understand the limitations with which we're working with here for a lot of this. And granted, again, a lot of this on its own is kind of underdocumented, so to do this with as much detail as he did is very impressive. And I'm sure a lot of this is kind of estimation, which is why a lot of it, to me, seems kind of out there, is he probably, you know, read, oh, there was a raid here, and then he had to, like, adapt this, or adapt that into something on the map, and I see it, and I go, you know, he might have shown it in a way where I probably would have shown it in a more kind of moderate way, and he showed it in a more kind of bigger way than it would appear to me. But I'll say this, the overall borders, other than this area up here, I'm kind of confused about how big this chunk is, but all of this over here, the borders here are very good. Like, I was comparing it to that Roman Empire every month video. The cleanness, the properness of the borders themselves, you know, what's outside Bulgaria, is very good, if you ask me. This is definitely thumbs up for me on that. So, you know, yeah, great job on this video. Great job on this video. This is a very, very, you know, very good job on this video. Of course, I have my tastes. You know, I have my preferences. Some mappers I'll like more than others. So, you know, I mean, it's hard to say what someone would expect coming into this. But yeah, I'll give major credits to the guy who did do this. I already made all my points clear, so I'll leave it at that. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I'm Spaghetti King. I love you all, and farewell.